However, as Rachel just mentioned in the news, a new railway station could be in the pipeline for Somerset, this time in CHARD. A public meeting is happening in Tapworth tonight to discuss proposals for a new CHARD Parkway. Connor Payne is a county councillor for CHARD South and is leading the campaign. Morning, Connor.
Good morning.
So why reopen a railway station now?
Right, it's a bit complicated. There's a bit of backlash for it because some people don't think it's necessary, but it absolutely is. As it stands at the moment, the population of CHARD and Tapworth, or the supposed catchment we want for CHARD Parkway, is looking at about 17,000 people at the moment. Now, over the next 5 years or so, because of the amount of homes that are being built at the moment, we're just looking at about 2,300, but that's going to go up. We could look at a population within this catchment area of 26,000 people. Now, the bus services aren't that great. And not only do we need better bus services, but I believe that those 26,000 people also have a right to the rail.
And you were saying there that some people don't think it's necessary. So how do you know that this is something that people do want?
So I was elected in May just gone, and one of the big issues that I spoke to people on the doorstep was transport. And when I offered the solution of reopening CHARD Junction and turning it into a parkway, clearly that is what the people of CHARD South wanted, because they elected me knowing that that was the single issue almost that I am striving to achieve.
And where will it be? Let's do the logistics. If you live in the CHARD area, you probably have a rough idea. But if you're listening now in North Somerset or Yeovil and you don't know the CHARD area, where's it going to happen if it does?
So it is almost the southernmost point of Somerset, the very tip. It is between the Axminster station and the Crewkerne station. It's approximately 4 miles from each, roughly a 10-15 minute drive either way from CHARD. And this one will be just down the road. It's a parkway because typically that means outside of the town. So it will be located about 3 kilometres from the centre of the town, but you have places like Tiverton Parkway, which are a lot further from per se Tiverton. So it is at the southernmost point of the county, I think it's going to be brilliant. It was a former station, as I say. It was closed in 1966 because of the beaching cuts, and now we're looking to reopen it.
And we know from hearing about a new Wellington station, it's quite a long process, isn't it? How long could this take from start to finish?
So, I mean, I was advised that from the day almost I began the campaign that it would take anywhere between 4 to 6 years. I mean, we're looking at over the next couple of years the initial business case, a more detailed business case. There's costings to that that can't be ignored. What we're looking at the moment is kind of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, that kind of thing, before we make our way into the paid process, as it were. So that it could take a few years before we see boots on the ground even, but it is better in my mind to start now and wait 4 to 6 years than to wait 5 years and have to wait another 4 to 6 years. So I'm starting it now with hope of seeing results and boots on the ground within the next few years.
Yeah, it does sound like a long old process, but it's going to be, isn't it, bringing back a railway station. What's going to happen tonight at the meeting? Just talk us through that, Connor.
So that meeting, so as a part of this, these stages that we're going through, we have the board that will meet, that is comprised of representatives both of government agencies in terms of the transport industry, such as Network Rail, Rail Future, Light Rail, that kind of thing. They've all been invited, as well as local representatives, MPs, councillors, local businesses, and they will make the formal decisions in terms of the business cases that going forward. However, the meeting tonight is for residents, businesses, landowners, anyone concerned with the CHARD Parkway campaign to come and voice their concerns about the project. Not necessarily concerns, though, also the ideas that they have for the project, things that they want to see as a result. Because although there's been a lot of people sort of saying, hang on a minute, do we really need this? There's people who have genuine concerns, kind of, will the site flood? And obviously flooding, as you may know, is a big problem in CHARD. So it's trying to find ways around this, but also listening to the residents and the businesses and their concerns about how we can best go about solving these issues and presenting that case to the board, who will make then the formal decisions.
Okay, well, look, keep us posted how it goes, and thank you for coming
Absolutely.
on the show, Connor, and having a word with us about that.
No problem. Thank you ever so much.
Great stuff. That's Councillor Connor Payne, who is campaigning for a new railway station in CHARD South. If you'd like to go along to the meeting tonight, it's at Tapworth Village Hall from 7 p.m.